guys, I'm Jalen.
And I'm Cacie.
And this is something. We're thinking it's the Jalen and Cacie podcast, but we reserve the right to change it if we come up with a cooler idea in post-production. You are watching or listening to this on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or Amazon Music.
All
Did I
over
say
the
Spotify?
world. Yeah, you did. You said
Okay,
Spotify.
and Anchor. Yeah, I got notes here. I need to look at the notes. I'm so used to being stuck looking in the camera, but I have notes now. So yeah, this is not our final setup.
Yeah, this is the rough draft of our podcast, and we figured that we would come to you guys because it's been a couple of months now. We took a nice long holiday break.
Yep.
And much needed, very, very much needed. And so during that time, we've just been in prayer and just talking between each other about the next moves. Planning, right? That's the key word. Planning the next moves for Jalen and Cacie.
Yeah, and this is part of it. Not the entire thing, but it's part of it. But we just want to kind of like review and give a shout out to all of our channel members.
Shout out to you.
Thank you guys for supporting our last major production, which was Deaf to Pornography.
That was an awesome series. And we had so much spiritual fun doing that podcast that's what kind of sparked this.
Yes.
Because we had a great response to it, and it was just something different about it. And we was like, I think that we should really continue doing podcasts.
Yeah, so that's why this format of what you're seeing is different. And if you're seeing it, because you may be listening to this, but for those of you who are watching on YouTube, which is our primary audience, that's what this looks like. And again, it's not our final setup. This background isn't our final background. We just really needed to sit down and shoot something to say, hi, this is what's
Happy
going
New Year.
on. And this is where
Happy
we are.
2023.
Exactly. We are in 2023
Yeah.
now. A lot is changing. A lot has changed. And so we'll talk about that a little bit today. But we just want to thank everyone. Thank you to our channel members because you helped make this possible. You guys helped buy some of this equipment.
These cool new mics you see.
Yeah.
I just want to put this out here. I chose the mics.
She did choose the mics.
Okay, so I think I did a pretty good job.
Now, why'd you choose these mics?
Because they're colorful.
It just so turned out she chose some good mics though. So I went back and vetted it.
No. I looked at all the reviews and I even watched it like twice, 3 times. I went over it and I was like, you know what? I think these are the mics we ought to get. Plus, again, the colors really sold it for me.
But well, thank you guys though for this equipment. So that's what we're talking about when we say when you guys support what we're doing. We haven't finalized everything yet, but we may be shifting away from the YouTube channel memberships to Patreon.
Yeah.
Here soon. We're still working out the details on that, what the benefits and the perks will be. But it seems like Patreon may be an easier platform for everyone to use. We ran into an issue we realized where people with iPhones couldn't actually join as a channel member directly from the YouTube app because of rules that the iOS store has.
We love you iPhoners out there, but y'all need to get with the program.
Yeah. So we ultimately, that's not the reason why we're switching from that, but I just realized that was one little extra step that people have to take. They didn't realize.
Also, because we're going to be not only just on YouTube, but we're going to be all over social media, Spotify, Anchor, all the podcast platforms, things like that. We wanted to make it easy and accessible for everyone to support the podcast if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So that's why we may be going to Patreon.
Yeah, because it's a kind of a agnostic app that you can go to and get all your benefits and your perks and stuff like that.
But of course, once we do that, or if we decide to do that, you guys will be the first to know and all the details. Yeah.
And so what we'll have to do is probably cancel out the YouTube channel membership. So if you're someone who's one of the monthly members, that'll end and you won't get charged anymore. And then we'll just ask you if you still want to support us to move over to Patreon. And the tiers will probably be different. I don't know if we'll have more tiers, less tiers, or whatever, but we'll have some new benefits. It was a good test run using YouTube channel memberships to figure out what it is we want to do. And there may be some things that YouTube offers that we'll still use in the future. But, like, for example, super chat, super thanks.
Yeah.
And all that. Like, you can actually do that on YouTube.
For all we know, we might just keep both. That is also an option. But more details to come on that. I think we're talking about the work in progress.
On the setup and everything.
Yeah. So this is a very rough draft setup. Be working on our lighting, working on the background, things like that. So our next podcast is going to be a lot more polished. But we were just anxious to talk to you guys because it's been 2 months practically. Yeah, it's been over 2 months now that we haven't spoken to you guys like live and fresh.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for supporting the channel. We're at 6,000 subs now.
Yeah.
maybe a little bit over last time I checked. Thank you. Welcome to all the new family friends. So glad to have you here.
If we had a goal, I would say it should be to try to hit 10,000 for the end of the year, which I think is very doable.
Absolutely.
I think we could definitely do that. So support and help us pull that off. But yeah, thank you to all the new family friends. We do appreciate you very, very much. And being a part. And let us know how you found us. You know, did you find us through one of our shorts? Did you find us through another social network? How'd you get here? And let us know what you're listening or watching on. Some things coming up this year, not directly related to our YouTube channel and all the Jalen and Cacie universe of stuff, but that we're involved in is our church, Rapture Ministries. You've heard us mention before. We'll be holding its first ever marriage conference.
Yeah, so I'm so excited. It's called Renovate Your Marriage Conference, and it's going to be in July.
Yep.
July.
I don't know the dates. I can't remember.
No, it's the 14th and 15th. It's a Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
I can double check right here on the phone.
Yeah, marriage conference, and we will be involved with that.
Yes.
Okay.
July 14th and 15th, alongside our church.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an awesome time, and I'm so excited for it because obviously marriage is our thing. We love talking about marriage. We love helping people start the process of restoring their marriage. Mm-hmm. And this is just definitely going to be awesome time for that. Yeah.
And so we're going to be speakers, featured speakers in that conference, as well as others. So we'll give you guys more information about that because we're going to be pretty much talking that up.
I think we might be live streaming that.
Yeah, we will live streaming.
So, you know, our church will be live streaming it. So we'll make sure that you guys have the information so you guys can tune in. For sure. When the conference is happening.
Definitely want you to be able to see that. It'll be like registration and all that. So we'll keep you guys up to date because we're going to be excited about it. We're also going to release a book in the summer.
Ooh.
Now, we've been talking, let's be honest. We've been talking about writing a book. We've been talking about writing a book since like 2018.
A long time.
If not earlier. We know. And the topics of what those books would be have changed a lot.
We have started. I'm sure we have rough drafts of the different books that we have started and never really completed.
Yeah.
The only completed book that we do have is, you guys know, How to Be Single and Happy.
Yes.
And which, by the way, if you're single and you want to be happy, you should go ahead and download it. Shameless plug. It's on Amazon right now, or you go to our link in our bio. Is it the link in our bio?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you can also download the PDF straight from us.
Bio of like Instagram, TikTok, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I guess the description of these podcasts.
It'll be in description in this podcast to get that book. But we have a book that we've been wanting to do for a long time together. It's going to be really exciting. And just to kind of give you like a synopsis of what it's going to be about, it's going to be our 21, I think that's what we're calling it. Mm-hmm. Our 21 days to a better marriage. And it's something that we have proven. We've worked with other couples with this system that God has given us to help marriages start the process of healing and learning how to communicate, and things that we use in our marriage in the early days to get us where we are today. So we're finally going to put it in a book in a format that's going to be interactive, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be so easy and so simple, but it's going to be very, very powerful in helping you engage in the renewing process of your marriage. Because a lot of times people just don't know where to start. They want a good marriage. They want to learn these things, but where do I start? How do I start communicating? What are the questions I need to be asking? And this kind of helps remove the fear and the kind of that emotional attachment we have to certain things. So it's going to help you focus and direct your attention to your marriage healing.
Yeah, and we'll actually talk more about the some of the principles that are going to be in that book probably this year, leading up to the summer on this podcast. Probably some of the first topics we touch on. But as far as the podcast goes, tentatively titled Jalen and Cacie Podcast, we'll talk about all kinds of topics, not just marriage related. And there will be other podcasts on our network as well. You guys do know that we mentioned it a couple times over the years, is we're ultimately leading up to wanting to create our own app streaming service channel type thing. Jalen and Cacie TV was a part of that, the 24/7 live stream. If anyone noticed, you'll notice it's not running right now. We turned it off to reformat it. Some of the content that we're going to be releasing this year will be on that, but we want to get some things together and reformat it so that it's more effective. So that's why you don't see it at the moment. But we're still moving forward toward that ultimate goal.
So this is the year of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Hope I sound good on this podcast.
I mean, just
Like,
a test.
I need to have a podcast voice. What does a podcast voice sounds like? I don't know. I'm trying to.
Here's the truth. Everyone does podcasts now. You just turn on a mic, turn on a camera. You need a camera, you know.
I know, but there's some people who have like an amazing podcast voice. Like, oh, your voice was made for radio.
You actually do have a good voice for like radio.
I do.
And things like that.
Yay.
You do. But so yeah, I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna do all right.
But we're gonna have a lot of fun here because, like you said, we're going to always talk about marriage and relationships because that's our core. But this podcast is going to allow us to expand outside of that a little bit and talk about other things that is pertinent to your spiritual development, your everyday life development. So I'm excited about that because we have things to say. I have a lot of things to say.
A lot of things to say.
And also, I don't want to talk about too many things too soon, but we have some really fun ideas for the channel, new different programming that I know you guys are going to absolutely just eat up. Like, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to do it. But I'm not going to spoil it because things change.
Yeah, but no, I look forward to that too. Now, I've always felt like you specifically need like a rant series.
Okay.
But like so that thing, and it's good stuff you're saying, but you going your little rants, and it's like, yeah, someone needs to hear this. So I feel like this would be a good year for you to get
Casey's
some of that stuff off your chest. JJ's doing good. He's taking a nap at the moment.
He's so big now.
He's going to turn 3 this year, but he's 2 years old.
It's crazy to think that he's turning 3 this year.
Yeah, and his he actually was on this mic. We got some footage. Maybe we should upload it of him talking on the mic. His gibberish. So he likes copying whatever it is that we're doing, obviously, like little kids like to do. But he's energetic. He's tall. He's, if you follow Cacie, you'll see clips of him and stuff because she shares personal stuff on her Instagram.
So yeah, that's a good thing. If you do want to see behind the scenes of our lives, now we haven't been that active also on our Instagram, of course, because we've been on our sabbatical. But we will be getting back to that. But if you're not following us on Instagram, go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Jalen and Cacie. Just spell the name right, and
those links are below.
All those links are below. You could follow me if you want to at Life is Cacie. Spoiler alert, I'm going to be doing some amazing things this year. Kind of a little bit separate from Jalen and Cacie, but still in the bubble. You know what I mean? So if you want to follow me at Life is Cacie, that link will also be there. You'll be one of the first to know.
Yeah.
Of everything that's happening.
So yeah, I think that's the kind of update that we wanted to give everybody.
Yeah.
Any kind of topic you want to touch on, or you want to just close it out right there so we can go eat.
But again, just before we close out, I just again want to just reiterate the thank you for all of you who's been here. Some of the OGs are still here. I mean, y'all have been through every phase with us, and it's just been an amazing ride. I don't take anything for granted. Again, we're at 6,000 subs. You guys, that's not a small feat at all. And I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. Excuse me. So just keep supporting, and always we're here for you. If you got questions, please, we do different things now with the questions. If you have questions you want to send us. Yeah,
well, in the next episode, we'll have the method through which you can send us questions. Right now, we haven't been actively taking them while we've been on vacation, but we'll have that reactivated in its new format by the next video we upload. So just hold on.
Yeah, so hold on to your questions. If you have questions, we are ready to answer, but we have a new way of receiving them coming soon. That way we can make sure that everybody gets the right attention to their question.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I guess I can cover it for today. We got to talk about nothing else.
That's pretty much it. We love you guys.
Yeah.
And stay tuned because things are changing and it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, we'll catch you guys next time. We don't have an outro statement yet. I don't know if we're going. I'm saying, is it going to be saving marriages one story at a time, or it was something else we had recently. I don't remember what it was though. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it could still be that, but with this podcast covering more topics, I think it should be something else. But I don't know yet. We'll come up with that.
We don't know yet.
Haven't figured it out yet.
It's
Maybe you guys have an idea.
This the rough draft right here.
Rough draft.
Rough draft.
Okay. Well, what you can do though, when we're doing questions, if there are certain topics you would like us to discuss, you can leave a comment about that.
Yeah, and not just relationship questions, because like you said, we are expanding our purview. Is that the right word to use?
Yeah, but in the beginning, it's going to be a lot of relationship questions.
Yeah, it is.
Age gap questions.
Okay. I'm not going to go there. I'll say that for a Cacie rant, but
it's our fault, but
it is our fault. Like, I'm not mad. No, send your questions. I don't care really, but yeah. I guess we have to share with them other things that we know besides the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys, and we will
see you next
talk
time.
to you next time.